What's that word called? Simmering? That's me right now. Um, I got a little ballsy about 20 minutes ago saying you can't beat the Rockets, and the Portland Trailblazers just beat the Rockets. So that's perfect. We got, sorry, I'm not even close to the mic. We got Let's Talk Rockets, episode number 87, and I can't think of a rhyme. We got Pedro. What's good, Pedro? We got Let's Talk Rockets, episode 87 over here on Houston Rockets Daily. I'll click the link in the description of this if you want to listen to it on audio version, or just type in Let's Talk Rockets with Jackson Oscar on your streaming site. That was a terrible basketball game. Every part of that basketball game really sucked. And we got a couple of live chatters here. We got Pedro calling Fred restarted. I totally agree. Darion saying, what the F was that, Fred? And I'll just say it obviously here. Freddie Double V was a little retarded tonight, but it is what it is. 12-6 now against, or 12-6 on the season with this loss to Portland. That was such a stupid basketball game. It's in the what makes it worse is it's Saturday night, and I'm sitting here. He's restarted artistic. It's acoustic. Bad idea. So pretty much the Houston Rockets had, numerous opportunities to win this basketball game. You could argue for 47 minutes they had an opportunity to win this basketball game, and they did not. Obviously, Fred made a couple of errors. As Pedro's saying here, at least it wasn't an NBA Cup match. But folks, before we get into tonight's show, hit that like button. We got 39 likes on last night's stream. I have a feeling we probably won't sniff that because this was a loss. But thank you for tuning in here. I'm going to throw this in a couple of new additions to the studio here. It still sounds like an insane echo. We're still dealing with the shadows. We convert it, whatever the hell that does. New painting, fresh last night. This is a golf course that I used to play. It's hole 16 at Old Orchard Country Club, which is a public course, not a country club, where my high school golf team used to play. And honestly, it doesn't even really look that bad. That was the first time I ever painted golf. But we got that currently right there because that was fresh from last night. One of those games, man, sometimes your legs lose you, and the Houston Rockets scored 21 points in the first quarter. They scored 29 points in the second quarter. They scored 21 points in the third quarter and only 27 in the fourth. You always hear the old adage that it is very difficult to win back-to-back games in the National Basketball Association, and that is extremely true. And I wouldn't really look, just to get it out of there, I wouldn't really look too much into a loss like this. I just remember not comparing the Houston Rockets to the Boston Celtics, but I will just throw it out there. The Boston Celtics versus the Orlando Magic were dog shit last season, but I guess Orlando technically was a playoff team. Not technically, they were a playoff team, but there's blame on the whole organization in a game like tonight. But just back-to-back night, they didn't really have too much energy. There were points, especially at the end of the second half, or end of the first half, going into halftime, where some dudes were doing some things. Amen Thompson had a really nice dunk that kind of got the crowd into it. But these are games you don't want to lose, but these are games teams just happen to lose. Unless you're like a 70-12 team, you're just going to lose games like this, as long as it doesn't become a recurring theme like it maybe has for the last 4 years. I just wouldn't really look into it. Just head into the chat here. Fred F does. Jalen got to be better. We need Cam Whitmore on nights like this when no one can score. And Alex just threw that out there in the chat, and I actually 100,000,000,000% agree with you. So for example, the Houston Rockets leading scorer tonight was Alperen Sengun. Not a surprise there in 35 minutes. Sengun, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 8 of those 22 points were from the free throw line. There was literally not really any point of this basketball game where it was like, ooh, yeah. Except actually maybe the end of the second half and like 3 or 4 minutes maybe left in the fourth quarter because I mean this was just kind of a crazy game. We got I got a league pass on here, so I'm gonna throw on a little IJ here so we can get some background noise going. But this was just a disgusting game. I don't really think anybody on this court played good basketball except probably Amin Thompson. Second leading scorer for Houston tonight, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 7-11 from the field, 101 from downtown, 4-4 from the free throw line, played 34 total minutes, also had a steal, was still a -3. I don't think a single Rocket player was in the plus minus. Dylan Brooks came through defensively and energetically towards the end of that basketball game. But like there were like 2 points, like Dylan Brooks with like 3 or 4 minutes left in the game, doing his thing defensively, offensively, just energetically. And then, Amin and just kind of the Rockets end of the first half. Other than that, it was just a disgusting basketball game. It really was. But Cam Whitmore, like Alex just said, I totally agree. On a night like this, I would throw him in. What's interesting to me is Reed Shepherd. So the Rockets, like the first quarter, 26-21, and on paper that maybe doesn't sound that bad. It really was that bad. The Rockets really were that bad in the first quarter specifically. And Reed Shepherd was a dude who was knocking a couple of shots in. He was doing a little bit of everything. All in all, he finished with 8 points, 3-6 from the field, 2-4 from downtown. I should have written it down because I would assume in only 11 minutes, I would assume all of that pretty much came in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter. And so it was kind of weird to see Reed Shepherd play only 11 minutes. Jock Landale only played 11 minutes. Tari Eason only played 19. And I think we just saw a chat here. Pedro said Tari should have closed the game. And, I agree with you to a certain extent, but Tari Eason didn't play a good basketball game. Like that's also true. 4 rebounds, 5. Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe this will make some more sense. I'm going to sip on my wine a little bit more. Lord knows we need it. Tari's going to play a good basketball game tonight. That's just the way it was. He was 0-7 from the field. He was 0-1 from downtown. He had 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals on a block. He was there defensively. And, at the end of the day, Portland only scored 104. So the biggest enemy tonight was the Houston Rockets, and they shot 35.6% from the field. They went 8-32 from downtown, shooting just 25%. But I think Ryan Hollis, the Rockets announcer, said something like that. Hit the like button, everybody. We got 10 people in here. Keep throwing chats in. We'll get into it second. Let me just rant for a second. These are games where you just look at just stupid stuff. Like you shot 35.6% from the field. You shouldn't have even been close to win that game. You shot 8-32 for 25% from downtown. It shouldn't even been close with that statistic. We talked last night about needing a guy like somebody said Landry Shamet, somebody said Luke Kennard, and now I'm kind of like giving that more of an eyeball, giving that more of a look. 26 for 33 from the free throw line, 78.8%. Maybe that's not bad. I don't know what generation people were born into, but to me, that's not good. 26 of 33. I mean, a couple of those go a different way. And you watch this game and you watch the end of this game, and it shouldn't have been a 6-point loss. It was more so, a one possession game for like the entirety of the freaking game. And Anthony Simons made a huge three, and Fred did Fred things, which is fine, but it was still just kind of stupid. The Rockets only had 9 turnovers tonight. Portland had 16. Not really a game you want to lose, but the good news is it's not an NBA Cup game. You're still 12-6. It's hard to win back-to-back games, even if you're at home, but still just not a game you're really trying to lose. Never really pulled away, as Pedro was saying here. That Amin Thompson goaltending call was so ass. The refs, I feel like the refs have been reffing since that Pacers game a week ago at this point. The refs have really been reffing. I threw out a tweet during that Pacers game like, oh, look, the refs in the second half learned what basketball is. I'm in stake and score. Had me thinking we were going to win, steal, and score. Reed's def going to take the starting point guard position from Fred by the end of the year. I wouldn't go that far. I would love it. That would be cool for, top 5 pick, lottery pick, but I don't think that'll happen quite yet. Fred trying to tap into his best James Harden impression. There we go. Get it all out. Why not? Extremely frustrating loss. Sengun was getting cooked at the end. Cam Whitmore could have helped. And that's the second time in the chat we've seen that Cam Whitmore could have helped. And I love to agree with all of you. This isn't the New York Knicks. I don't really understand it. So, let me just rattle off some minutes here. Jabari played 37. Dylan Brooks played 31. Alperen Sengun played 35. Jalen played 29. Freddie was in foul trouble, literally right freaking away. He only played 28. It was definitely not Fred's night. Tari only played 19 minutes. Jock Landale and Reed Shepherd played only 11. Amin Thompson played 34. And I completely agree with you. Even, honestly, even if it's not Cam Whitmore and it's somebody like Aaron Holiday coming in here to just bring some consistency and not all of this stupid bull crap out here, that would have been a thing. But this isn't the New York Knicks. There's no reason to be the Knicks. I don't really understand a 9-man rotation in a regular season basketball game coming off of back-to-back. I just don't really understand that. That's just me. I'm not an NBA head coach. Hey, we got B. Cozy in here. It was good. The Rockets did lose tonight. Their next matchup will be, I believe, Tuesday night against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the NBA Cup group play. But honestly, no one played good. It was just no one played good. And Ryan Hollis and Craig Ackerman or the announcers for the Rockets. So I got League Pass here. I live in Florida, so I pay for League Pass because I honestly think it's a steal. Sorry if you live in Houston. It's absolutely bullshit what they're doing with blackouts and that kind of bullshit. I really don't understand it. You guys know I was born and raised in the Chicagoland area, and you could go on television and watch a Bulls game my entire life. My entire life, you could go on television. I could click it. I got a remote right here. If the Chicago Bulls were playing and I lived in the state of Illinois, Chicagoland area, I could click this button and I could go find myself a Chicago Bulls game on cable TV. For some reason, that's not the case anymore, so I don't really understand it. When I lived in Chicago in my last year of college, especially when I first started really making NBA videos, you couldn't watch it. And it's why am I watching a fucking stream.dog shit video when I could be watching cable television for my Chicago Bulls? And that's probably how you guys feel if you live in the state of Houston. We've had a wine glass or 2 or 3. If you live in the state of Texas and you want to watch a Rockets game, it's pretty fucking simple that you should be able to. Pedro, I really like Fred, but bro's got to make better decisions as a point guard. Sengun getting cooked on the other end. So just eyeballing it here. If anyone was curious, Donovan Clan, the rookie out of UConn, had 19 rebounds tonight. He played 25 minutes. So Donovan Clingan, the starting center, there was no Robert Williams because he's injured and he doesn't play back-to-back. He's coming off an injury. He doesn't play back-to-backs. He played last night. DeAndre Ayton, the starting center for the Portland Trailblazers, is banged up right now. So Donovan Clingan gets the call for the starting center. And last night, they were able to get him into a foul trouble. Donovan Clingan played 25 minutes tonight. He had a steal and 3 blocks. Only 1 personal foul. 4 personal fouls, and 3 blocks, 1 steal. Clingan had 19 rebounds. So, you can come to your own conclusion based off of that statistic alone. Shaedon Sharpe had 24 points. Anthony Simons, I guess, had a good game. He had some really big shots. I'm not trying to be a dick to him. Denny Advida, the refs were kind of weird. I hate being that dude, and I really do hate being that dude. But Denny Advida specifically reminds me of fouls that weren't really fouls or stuff that called in his favor. Real quick, Jabari Smith Jr., 14 points, 8 rebounds, but he was 3 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown. Dylan Brooks actually had a decent statistical night, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 of 11 from the field. Jalen Green is going to get ragged on Twitter until Tuesday night, 10 points. probably a rightfully so rag on for Jalen Green, 10 points. Freddie Double V, as you guys are ragging on him already, and you should, 8 points. Dealing with foul trouble right out of the get-go, 4-13 from the field, 0-6 from downtown. Jalen Green was 3-14, 1-9 from downtown. I mean, honestly, unless your name is Amen or parts of Reed in the first quarter at the end, or if your name's Elprin, I'll take it, or your name's Dylan in the fourth quarter towards the final minutes, then it was just really this desk is really loud. This was really bad. This was a really bad loss. Aurora United, I had a feeling we're going to lose today. Our guys look tired, and that's going to be probably my biggest argument. Alex said here, our guys look tired on the court. We have Tate, Holiday, Jeff that could have run to, and Cam. And I said Hollis and Ackerman. I think Hollis was really big on it. Like, wake up. Wake up, man. It's Saturday night here in Houston, Texas. Wake up. Got to wake up a little bit. So this was stupid. This was really stupid loss. The Rockets' 3-point woes really there tonight. We got original snap here. We needed perimeter creation, and Cam Whitmore can get his own when we were stagnant / nothing being created on the perimeter. 100% agree. Unfortunately, not to snap, but just with Ime, really struggled just generating anything. I've heard him at the streams. I just type in streameast.app, and that usually gets me to where I'm going, but it just needs some shooters. We literally said, not you guys, I said one night ago, 24 hours from the time of this live stream, that, maybe we need 3-point shooters. Maybe, I mean, on paper, you need 3-point shooters, but maybe you don't because they've gotten away with it for so long. And then you watch game tonight, and it's like, if Cam comes in, drills 2 threes in 6 minutes, it's a much tighter game. And, honestly, that game could have gone a lot differently. Warriors just lost to the Spurs. Lakers are playing the Nuggets. The only thing is, I think the Nuggets are coming on the back-to-back, but true. And as Alex says, how many points did Klingon have? He had 0 points and 19 total rebounds. Just stupid. We got a comment here if you're listening to audio version. Imagine we took Klingon instead of Reed. Defense would have been an all-time great. NBA draft prospects are so interesting right now because I don't want to play that game quite yet, because imagine that we took Zachary Ricochet, and it's like he's had some moments and injuries. The Rockets haven't really, thankfully, had injuries, so maybe, Reed comes in. Like, imagine Fred misses, a month, couple of games, and Reed Shepherd comes in here and does his thing in the starting lineup. Honestly, if Ime would even start him, but I think it's a little too early to get, too upset about drafting Reed Shepherd over Klingon or anything like that. I do think Reed Shepherd would be next as far as rookies breaking out. Spurs taking care of business with Golden State, and I know my Rocket fans hate Golden State. I like Steph. I'm sorry. That Melton injury really sucks. He's done for the season. Trade JG, Cam Whitmore, and Freddie Double V with like 2-3 firsts for Devin Booker. I don't think it'll take that at all. Jalen would probably have to be in that trade, but I would assume a move like that would be, and we talked about this pretty much last night. I would assume something like that would happen at the end of this season once the playoffs are concluded. We got an interesting one here. It's so stupid, and so if you're listening to audio version, I'm sorry I keep saying that. We do this on streaming sites. Guys, we're like 50 plays away. We're like 50 plays away from 1,000. 13 of you guys have given this a 5-star rating on Spotify. Thank you all. Alex said, Şengün didn't used to yell for fouls on every shot. I would actually say I don't think that's true. The refs don't give him foul calls when he does it anyways. I wish he would stop. There were numerous times, and I get this. I hate to be I hate to be old head, but there are numerous times where, like, in tonight's game, for example, Şengün did one And I think Amen did one, and we're like 6 minutes into a basketball game because Fred was dealing with injuries. And there was a call that didn't go the Rockets' way, and these guys are just challenge, 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 challenge. Like, are you fucking retarded? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Amen's not retarded. Şengün's not retarded. You're 3 games into a basketball game. The ref. This happens. I'm Şengün. Imagine I'm Şengün. And they're like sitting there for 5 fucking seconds. And something I noticed yesterday, and I forgot to mention this in last night's stream, is there was a play where I think Jalen Green turned the basketball over. And this is going to be really confusing here. Jalen Green turned the basketball over around the free throw line in last night's basketball game. Amen Thompson was open, depending on, like, I'm not a point guard in the NBA. I don't know if he was open. He was open, but, what if it correlated to a, bucket or whatever? Amen Thompson is literally right on. He's on the baseline. He's right under the Blazers. Jalen Green's around the three-point line to the free throw line, and he turns the ball over and he does, Amen Thompson, who is on the baseline, runs all the way back, and I don't remember because it was last night. I don't remember if he steals it. I think he got the rebound, actually, is what happened. And I'm just like, there's like energy and effort make a difference. And that's why we love Tari Eason, and that's why we love Amen Thompson. But it was just something really stupid like that, where like Jalen was like bounce pass into Amen, or Jalen was bounce pass into Şengün, or whatever it was. And it was a turnover, and he was like, oh my God. And Amen's running all the way back and gets a rebound. It's just little, really fucking stupid crap like that just personally pisses me off. But Şengün and Jokic, and they remind me so similar. It's this like fucking, you're not in Europe. And I think actually EuroLeague is much different, but I like to make fun of, we got Europeans watching this, but like, for some reason, if your name's Luka Doncic or if your name's Nikola Jokic and Alperen Şengün and these guys don't get the foul call that they want, it's like, oh my God. It's like, oh my God, imagine this is the hoop. Can you guys even see that? It's like, And then meanwhile, Anthony Simons is laying in a freaking free throw. And it's like, dude, get the fuck back. Like here in America, I don't know. We used to have Garrison Matthews. He used to score threes. That is true. I like that foul hurt. I feel you, Alperen. That foul hurt, but I wouldn't go that far as needing and Garrison Matthews. I'll just be honest with you. I don't really know what Garrison's up to these days, so I'll just Google it. Last I knew, he was on the Celtics. And now he's on the Cavs or Hawks. I'm retarded. Oh, wow, Garrison Matthews. Never mind, chat. Editor, delete that. He never was playing for Boston. Garrison Matthews this season, the Atlanta Hawks, has played 16 games. He's played 19.3 minutes. He's averaging 9 points a night. He's taking 5 threes a game, 4.8, and he's making 2.3, and he's shooting 47.5% from downtown. So maybe Barack is right here. Yeah. Unfortunate. Reed needs more time for his development. It's a rookie. On a short night, on a back-to-back night, man, play the kids. We're sitting here. Ryan Hollins is complaining about needing fresh legs, and these guys' legs are tired. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We're running pretty much like a 6-man, 7-man rotation. If you want to count Tari's like 19 minutes tonight. I don't think a basketball game should probably be played if Tari Eason's playing 19 minutes. As good as this team is, every time we had a trailing player ask for a foul, Portland came back and took advantage on 5-4 and scored 3. It's just like really stupid to me. It's just really stupid. Gary Bird can't play defense. But But Gary Bird's also shooting 46.5. Ty, that's a really good question. I remember he got like picked up from the Clippers on a two-way last year. It looks like he's on the Suns now. And I'm wrong again. I could have sworn Ty got picked up by the Clippers last year, but I guess he played 11 games for Milwaukee. This year for Phoenix, he's played 3 games. He's played 9 minutes. So not really, honestly, much to look into there. Yeah, the Rockets lost. Throw anything down there. I feel like I'm fucking up words, so maybe it's time to get out of here. But stupid loss. We got our most viewers. We got 19 live guys in here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button as always. Next matchup on the road against Minnesota next Tuesday. And that's a cup game. So, honestly, I'd rather lose this game and be frustrated with technicalities than, I mean, they could win 82-81 on Tuesday against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I'll be just fine. So I know the NBA Cup, don't matter, but it matters for morale, but that's the Lakers. Who really fucking cares? So, yeah. Whatever. Check out, this painting's really not that bad. I don't know if we got any golfers in here. It's really not that bad. But throw any last comments in there. I gotta hit the hay soon. We got a big football Sunday tomorrow. My Green Bay Packers taking on San Fran. No, we don't want that United. We don't want those negative vibes here. But yeah, tough loss. You know what? Let's hit Old Reliable Twitter, man. We got a bunch of cats in here. Let's just hit Old Reliable Twitter. Let's go to the cat, or God, I almost called them, or I pretty much did call them casuals, and I don't even mean to. How do you spell Brado? Bruh. Braudx? Bruh. Oh, that's probably a Braeu. I don't fucking know how to spell that. What's the other guy? Will, what's his name? Is it Biased Houston? Anyone remember Safe Spaces? That stuff was unbelievably fucking gay. I'll share the screen. We're on Biased Houston. I'm trying to find Bordeaux here. Fred's been injected. Battle. You gotta pick a Dylan Brooker. Fucking Devin Booker. It's late, man. We gotta go to bed. Oh, here we go. You spell Bordeaux B-R-A-D. Wow. I guess that makes complete sense here. Fred VanVleet 100% copped the suspension at the end of the game. Told the ref, "You're a bitch." Pointed his finger right at the face. Fuck yeah, dude. I don't give a fuck. Fuck yeah. You're a fucking bitch.
He didn't touch him.
Oh, sorry. That might be really loud. We'll run it back one more time. You're a bitch. I fucking love it. I don't care. I really like that. 5th game in 7 nights. Wow, that is not something I was aware of. So there you go. Why did the Rockets lose to the Portland Trail Blazers tonight? 5th game in 7 nights. That's a thing? It's news to me. All right. That's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. I got to go ice my forearm for that Şengün foul. My complaints, but thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, hit the sub button if you haven't already. Once again, as always, it's available on streaming sites. The links down below. And thank you for everybody, specifically my live chatters. Tuesday night, I'm going to be on the road heading to Thanksgiving dinner. So probably not see you on Tuesday, but hopefully we'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you before Wednesday. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's an L, but it's all right. We'll see you soon. Peace.